My name is Borys. I moved from Ukraine. I think I need to tell the story why I moved from Ukraine in general. So basically because of the war, I think I would not move and I would not leave this country. I was in a very good place. I had a very good work, had, let's say, enough money. So I was like, yeah, life is good. And then there was some news because of the war. I was very afraid, so I decided just to move and I left one day before the war started. So I decided to just go all in and just cut the bridge, completely. And I spent maybe 1 year living in different countries, maybe 1.5. And then it was very lonely living with no friends and no connections. I was struggling with English, I couldn't speak at all. Maybe I could, but I didn't feel comfortable. It was like I was struggling a lot, and I was thinking whether I would ever be able to communicate to people, to connect with them. And then I had friends in Berlin, many of them, and we were just spending time. I was coming over in that week, and then after some we were in touch. I decided, why wouldn't I live here in the city if I have friends, if I have connections? So this is the reason why I chose Berlin. Vegetables and fruits. We have in Ukraine, I think, one of the best soil in the world. It's very fertile. It's very, very fertile. I remember those cherries, those goddamn cherries, man. You can't imagine how good they are. They're just perfect. They're very big, and I'm coming from that region in Ukraine, and I had those cherries on the trees, and it's this probably one little thing. Not being able to connect with people, with locals. This is funny, and I still do not speak German. Like, for sure I can understand something, I catch something sometimes, but in general, this is like an unspeakable thing to be with people, see them, let's say interact in a non-verbal way, but still they're like, I look at them, but there's an invisible wall. I actually not with them. This is very funny and very sad at the same time. So this is something that I feel a lot, not connected. Yeah, this is the thing. I'd say it's a very deep question, just because those people, for instance, who stayed in Ukraine, they have this history and this story that is Ukrainian, right? And all of the things that happened and are still happening in Ukraine now, let's say, it's their story. This story is not mine anymore. My story is here, right? And the relationships are, I would say, some of them are cut, some of them are gone, some of them are transforming in the way that I feel like we do not share as much as we did before. Sometimes some friends are coming over. I cannot go there, obviously. So it's more like, yeah, it's transforming, and it's difficult because, yeah, we just split our ways in this kind of way, and there's less context that we share. So it depends on the relationship. I cannot generalize. It happened gradually, I think. Maybe having routine, having my home where I can go. I think this is very important for us humans to have the base, right? The place where you can actually chill out, rest, recharge. So this thing helps a lot. And I wanted to find a flat that I really like, to create it as my place, my spot, which belongs to me. So I think this thing, that maybe having friends and meaningful connections, I think means a lot. Just to have people who I can talk to, who I can feel like, okay, these people care and I care about them. And yeah, I would say this thing. And until maybe the moment that happened 2 months ago, I started to go to group therapy, and we talked about this kind of feeling of home, right? I didn't feel it before because, as I said, everything is different. But then probably just embracing the idea that this is my home now. This is it. This is the streets, the, I don't know, the language, the people, work, smell, right? This dunas everywhere, like basically everything. It's not something one or two, three, everything. This is mine now. This is where I live. This, I think, helped. One, I would say, is, I think, depends on why they're moving. So if it's something that because of unexpected reason, right? If it's not expected, if it's forced, then to embrace the idea that they're not at home anymore as quickly as possible. Because I think many people, I know friends, I know people who think that they're still in Ukraine, but they're not, and they're trying to create this circle where they try to rebuild everything how it was before. It's good to some extent, but also it isolates the person, and then they cannot be back home and here, so they're like in between. And this is one thing. Just as quickly as possible, adopt this concept that this is my life here, and it's not lost. This time it's like a lost time. And the second thing, if the person really wants to move, just be consistent. Just keep doing, because it's not an easy feat at all. Completely change the environment, your culture as well. You have to be open to things, because things are going to be different. People are going to be different. Everything is going to be different. So be open, think like, all right, is the way it is. What can I do with this? What do I feel, and things like that. Just be patient and available for yourself at those moments, I think.